Hello and welcome to the DeLever myAPC Diary instructional videos, and this video we're going to be looking at the myCPD log. Draw your attention to the bottom of the page just quickly. We have the candidate information tab, the My Diary, My Logbook, myCPD log and My Summary of Experience. We've done a video for each page, so if you want to go and find out the detail about how to use any one of the pages, then please go and watch the individual video for that page. Okay, as always, let's start at the top and work our way around and see what we've got. So this is the CBD log. So this gives you an opportunity to record and detail out all the CBD you've been up to. Now this has got a few little clever bits in it as well. So if for any reason your page doesn't see the full width, and mine is quite high resolution, but I still need to scroll to the right a little bit because there's some details we want to look at there, you can actually select your zoom button at the top of the page. I'm going to drop mine to 90% and that will show me everything on the page. Okay, so on the right hand side here we've got some analytics of the CBD that you're putting in. We'll come back to that in just a moment, but let's just have a look at each of the sections. So Wednesday the 1st of January was the date I put in my candidate information, and that's the start date of my diary. So if that's going to be the start date of me recording my experience, then that would be the start date for my CPD as well. If for any reason you're backdating your diary, etc., then you manipulate that all and do that all in the candidate information section, and that will feed through to here. Now, as always, it's important to keep an eye. We've got some little instruction points at the top here, and there's not a lot of room here for us to put some guidance in, so we've got a little bit of validation put in here. So we want you to pick a CPD date. You don't bother worrying about typing the date in, you just double click the cell. Now let's look at the 1st of January up here. I'm going to go back to December 2019 and I'm going to select the 10th of December. Now this will throw up an error, and quite a few of them actually all at once in the system, and these are there for a reason. The normal errors you have are where you haven't selected an activity or a duration. Well, that's fine, but what this time is we've got a yellow cell up here, and this is the only time that a yellow cell or a yellow highlight will appear, and that's because you've tried recording a date in the past. Okay, so that doesn't match the start date. So if we double click on here and come back to January, let's say February the 12th, I'll go, yeah, we're cool with that now. That's great. We're now working inside of our duration, because your CPD needs to match your diary, and therefore you would start your CPD recording the same time as you would start your diary, so you wouldn't have it prior to that. Now, if for any reason you might be deciding to use this with one of the non-structured training processes or routes, then you can perfectly well do that. But if you want to record and go back in time and record over what you've been doing in the previous 12 months, then just make sure your candidate information page diary start date is in the past as well. Okay, and that way it will be fine. Right, now we've put a date in, but we've not selected a activity. So let's select, I'm going to go work-based activity. That's fine, so that's happy now. So you can see the error checking that's picking up, making sure you're not making mistakes. I'm going to put in 3 hours formal, and it was an hour informal as well. So I'm going to record that as well. So that's it, that's done. That's your CPD entry done, and you can then put in a description, type it here, there we go. And as always, as we've been showing on all the other videos talking about the different sheets, I'm just going to copy and paste this for ease, so I can get a bit of text into there. If you press enter, that will then automatically adjust the size and shape of that cell for you. Okay, so I'm just going to take that data, and if you were doing it over a number of different sessions, you can put that data in as you see fit. Okay, I'm just going to delete that out there for now, and I'm just going to put that back to a simple one-liner for now as well. Just keeps it neat and tidy for what we're doing. And likewise with the learning outcome, I'm just going to grab that text, copy, Control C or Command C, and paste. Puts it in there. Or if you're copying and pasting out of another system, paste special and paste values only. That way it won't bring any formatting. All the rest of these are based on drop downs or whatever you type in when it comes to durations. Interestingly, let's type in, I'm going to go for in the years hence, so 1st of January, so I've got to go past January 21. So June, July, August, September, October. So you can use this for post planning as well if you want. Pre-planning, so in the future. So I'm going to go for the 17th there, and again it said hold on a minute, you haven't put an activity in. Again, this is going to be a training course. I'm going to spend 5 hours on that one. I'm going to go for 2 years now, 21 to 22. So what I want to show you here basically is that you can record up to 6 years worth, and the system will automatically shuffle it into the right year for you. That was going to be 1 hour informal, and it will go away and work it all out for you. So that's our little bits of analytics on the right. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. We've got a total of formal and informal, and overall total. So that's for the whole duration of what you're doing, because don't forget, if you're doing structured training, it's 48 hours per year and 96 as a total over the 2 years. But if you do extra or more than that, then we would always say you prorate at 4 hours a month. And also you're looking for that minimum 50% against formal. Now we've got a few little clever things going on the right hand side of the page. Let's scroll over to the right now. So on the right here we have CPD grand totals, and a little note up here to remind you, formal equals a minimum of 24 hours per year. Now we've not achieved any formal yet because these are still highlighted in red. Now if I force the system, I'm going to put this in as 24 hours in year 1. You'll see 24 has appeared in year 1 now in this table here, and we've got 1 against our informal. Remember, we put in the others 5 and 1 against year 2 and year 3 because we sort of future planned those, so they're recording in here as well. But you'll notice over here now it also tells you that you've achieved your minimum formal CPD requirement. Okay, so the system's keeping a little eye on everything for you and reminding you what you need to do. And if you really want to, you can then look at the activities you've done each year, year 1, year 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and it will break those out for you. So we did work-based activity in year 1, year 2 was a training course, year 3 was down here private study where we did an hour against that. Okay, so that gives you an opportunity to keep an eye on your CPD, and just keeps a track of everything and tells you what you've been up to. And that's it. That is your CBD log done. Now, as always, let's just look at the other things. We saw our error checking at the top here. If registered copy says unregistered and is bright red, then get in touch, because if it's unregistered, it's not going to work. So you need to register with us, so if there's any competency updates, we can automatically make sure those happen for you, and any technical support. And again, if you see any help or need any help, you pop your mouse over the link, click over this one as well, and then click, and it'll take you to the relevant web page. And if we scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll also see there's various links at the bottom if you get lost as well. So very simply, you've got a ton of space here to record all of your CPD. There's about 600 entries. We put in for about 100 entries a year, which is ample what you need for when you're recording your CPD information. So that's the CPD log. Any problems, just give us a shout. I'm more than happy to help you with that. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.